Hello everybody, Flashrabbit here and welcome to my single player Let's Play world. I've done quite a bit since you were last here. I've done a lot of grinding. I didn't see the point in bringing you along on that because it's a bit boring really, so I thought I'd get it all done off camera so that I was ready to show you some progress when you next join me. I built the foundations behind me here of the first house that I'm going to build in this area. I'm going to call it Founders Cove. It's in the little bay that we found in the Plains biome. So I've laid out the foundations. I've put wood in the corners, and I've also laid out an outline in stone brick. I don't know if you remember. We'll go and have a look. I don't know if you remember when I was exploring this area in the first episode. We came across this little hole, and there was not a chance I was going down there back then because I didn't have any armor, I didn't have any torches either. Now, I went down and I started to look around, and I just had a little bit of an explore down there. And I found another abandoned mine, which is absolutely fabulous. And do you know what? I found my first diamonds. I found about 4 different areas where there were diamonds. And I carried on with my journey, and I got blown up by a creeper. I wasn't entirely sure where I was when I was blown up, so I just ran around frantically trying to find where I'd died. And as I got there, everything despawned. I was literally a second too late. I came back up here and to make myself some armour, and in a panic I made about 25 helmets, but I'm sure they'll come in handy at some point. I've got a number of sheep here now. I've got a number of cows. We've got the makings of our first farms, our first food farms. I've got a little wheat patch here. And that thing up there on the hill, I've got another portal, so we can go into the nether and have a little bit of an explore of that area too. That's going to be fun. Oh my goodness. In the comments below, how many times do you think I'm going to die? Oh, goodness me. Anyway, yeah, so this is the outline for our first building. Our first build in this survival world. It's got 2 little annexes, one either side, and a main central area. It's not going to be anything special. It's not going to be anything too difficult. Just a standard house, really. Now, a few people suggested that up there in the mountains I build a small keep and a tower. So I'm absolutely going to do that. I think the theme for this area is going to be sort of medieval fantasy, maybe. And we'll see how it goes. So let's get started on this. First of all, we're going to start with our planks, our oak planks. We'll just lay those along the foundation. Now these oak planks will make up our walls, of course. Then what we'll do, we'll get our spruce logs and we'll pop those up in these gaps because they will become the corners. Oops, not there, Flash. No, not with that either. There we go. And they will become the corners of our building and ultimately the supports, so it doesn't fall about around our ears. I mean, I know actually it's not going to, but I think you should respect physics at least a little bit in Minecraft. Otherwise, it just looks wrong, doesn't it? Well, I think so anyway. I don't like floating things. I don't like things that look like they wouldn't normally happen. So everything, in my opinion, needs to be, we'll leave that. It wasn't a misplaced block, I'm just putting it there for later. Yeah, I think everything needs to look as though it would do. Oh, good grief, and another one there that I deliberately put down, and another one for later. Goodness me, Flash, come on, sort your block placement out, man. There we go. Right, let's get our, oh, I thought I had them on me. Let's get our spruce logs and we can put up the corners of the build. Let's get a chunk of those. And what we're going to do in the corners, we're going to come up 4. So we've already got 1 down there, so 2, 3 and 4. In fact, no, we'll come up 5. We'll come up 5 in each corner because the top log will become, not counting now, come on Flash, 3. Oh, now I can't get up, fabulous. Right, there we go, 3, 4, and then this one will be 5. Because what will happen, the top log will be our cross beam. just like that. So we need it to be at least 4 high before we put a cross beam on, because of course it'll give us a little bit of headroom, gives a little bit of clearance for our head, so we don't want to be banging our head when we're coming into the house, do we? That wouldn't do at all. 5 and cross beam again, like that. So what I'll do, I'll get this finished off and we'll get all of these beams in place, and then once, goodness me, and once that's done, I'll bring you back and we can carry on with the rest of the build. So I've gone ahead and completed the second floor. I've also put a lining of cobble around the roof, which makes so the beginnings of our roof. We still need to go up with cobblestone blocks and stairs to make the gable end, but we'll get around to that. We're also going to use spruce stairs and spruce blocks on the roof. I've also started to move in all of my gear into this property. This is where I think I'm going to keep everything, and I've started with making a wall of barrels, with the exception of that one because I ran out of wood. I need to go and get some more wood. But I started to put all my goods in here, all my items, just so that I know where they are, because I don't like being unorganised. I feel much better if everything's got a place, so that I know where I can find stuff. I've got my stone cutter crafting table, I've got a dump chest, and I've got my bed. So nothing too exciting at the moment, but it's coming along nicely. Now I still have to detail the outside of the building. There's still a lot of work to do, but I'm quite happy with it so far. It's looking good. It's looking all right. What I didn't tell you earlier actually was that over in this direction, I found a village. What prompted me to start looking was I was over near my little hole in the wall that I started in, and I found a ginger tabby, a ginger cat, and I thought, well, there's got to be a village close by because cats only spawn in villages, right? So it prompted me to go and have a look, and I found it. It's not a massive village, but it's got a few villages in it, which will come in really handy when I make my villager trading hall. I've got a brilliant design. I think it was by Impulse SV of a villager hall, and it uses a zombie. And a zombie runs along a trench at the back of the villages, and we can drop the villagers down and have the zombie infect them. We then cure them with a potion of healing, or a potion of harming, one of the two, and a golden apple. And when they're healed, they think we're wonderful, they love us, and they give us cheaper trades, so you can't go wrong. So it's definitely worth the effort to do that, and that's something that I really want to do as soon as possible. Now it's getting dark again, just as I'm coming into the woods. I saw a dog running around here somewhere, and I'm just keeping my eye out for it because I've brought some bones with me. But of course, now I want it, I can't see it. They say don't work with children and animals, don't they? And it applies to Minecraft as well, obviously. Over here is where the village is, just over this hill. Now, I haven't explored all of this. There's a couple of houses up at the top here, I think, that I've not been into. So let's, yeah, here we are. I didn't get up here because it was a little bit out of the way, and that was on my way somewhere. So, yeah, nothing in there. I know, actually, I've been in there. That's the barn, isn't it? Right, okay. This is the one I've not been into. There's probably nothing in here anyway. Oh, there's some dirt. No, there wasn't a great deal of loot in this village, actually. I got a few loaves of bread, and I think that was pretty much. Nope, don't want to go down that way. Oh, come on, Flash, find somewhere to get down before the creepers come along. Hello. Oh, I see. This is right. Okay. Yeah, that's where I chopped a tree down. I didn't have enough room in my inventory, so I've left floaters. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I call people for that. Right. Let's get in here. Good grief, a piece of dirt. That's handy. Let's get into here. We'll sleep. Excuse me. And then I'm going to make myself a chest, and we'll dump some of this gear. Let's get a crafting table. Get rid of that dirt. Even the cobble. Pop a crafting table down there. We'll make a chest, just like that, and we'll pop a chest down there. And then we can get rid of that dirt. We'll keep that dirt. I'm going to get rid of that fishing rod. It's nearly dead anyway. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick up these floaty items because I don't like items floating. Now, it's not terribly important when you're playing on in a single player world, but it becomes important to pick up these floaty items when you're playing on a server, because any item that's on the floor floating around, the game has to calculate its position and just basically work out the fact that it's there. And if you're on a server and you've got, say, 30 people wandering around on a server, all doing the same thing, leaving floaty items, the game's got a lot of information to compute that it doesn't necessarily have to if you pick them up. So it's a good habit to get into, just in case you do start to play on servers later on. I'd certainly recommend it. One in particular, Avatopia. It's absolutely wonderful. And it's a fantastic community, and they've come up with some amazing builds. It's a Patreon server for the YouTuber Avomance, but it's free to play for anybody that's a patron of Avo. Yeah, I highly recommend it. There are other good servers too, just for the sake of balance. But I don't have much experience, to be honest with you, with server play. I've always played on my own and with my 7-year-old son, who loves the game just as much as I do. So we're nutcases together when it comes to Minecraft. Right, so what I was in the middle of doing, I was finishing off the roof of my build back at the Founders Cove. So we'll go back there and we'll crack on with that, I think. So I'll see you in a minute. Here we are, we're back at Founders Cove in front of the building that we're working on. And as you can see, I've completed 3 of the 4 gable ends. I'm going to do the 4th gable end with you guys here so you can see what I do. Now, I haven't got any scaffolding at the moment. I haven't been lucky enough to find a jungle. I've not been out really exploring that far from spawn, to be honest with you. So it's dead easy. I'm just using cobblestone stairs. I'm using cobblestone blocks. And what I do, I'm coming up 1, 2 and 3, just with the upside down stairs, right the way round stairs trick. What's that one? Right the way round. So 1, oh, up in there. 1, 2 and 3. And then when I've got 3 stairs on there, just 1, 2, 3, I then place an upside down stair on the back. Oh dear, I didn't fall off. What a wally. Right, okay, obviously dingbat, honestly. Right, let's get back around there and try again. Okay, let's get rid of the dirt tower. This is the old school way of doing it. Before scaffolding was introduced. And scaffolding is such a welcome addition to the game. It's absolutely brilliant. but you need bamboo for that, and as I say, not travelled that far from spawn yet, so not found any, but we will do, we'll get there, as I keep saying, we'll get there. Right, I'm banging my head now. Right, we'll go over that way. Where were we? Right, so I need to put a backwards stair, upside down stair on there, and then we'll come up and we put a block on there, and a block on this side. Oops. A block on this side like that. And then we need another upside down stair on the back of that block. So we put an upside down stair there and there. Get some more blocks. And then we want a stair. And a stair. Whoop. Come on, Flash. You've been drinking, mate. Okay. Been on the cherry aid too much, I think. And then we want... Ooh, that was a stroke of luck, and it fell off again. Right, and then upside down stair there. Come along there like that. Over we go. A little bit of parkour, which I'm rubbish at. And then pop a block in there. And then what we'll do, we'll fill in the gaps between these gable ends with a combination of spruce stairs and spruce blocks, depending on what's on the edge. So in this case, we've got spruce stairs. So we come across there with spruce stairs around the corner, like that. It bends around, whoops, bends around and come along there with our stairs. And we do that all the way around, and we just follow the pattern. So in this case, we've got spruce stairs again, like that. And then we come from this side, like this. Like that. And we meet up at the end, like that, and it bends around. Now, obviously that stair's not in the right place. When we get to the blocks that are on the gable ends, like here, for example, we just put a block of spruce, like that, and we just carry on all the way around. So all of these gable ends will join up, and it should look rather nice. Well, at least I'm hoping so. If it doesn't, I'm blaming you. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to crack on and get this done. There's no point in you seeing me labour over this, because believe you me, I will labour over it. Block placement isn't one of my specialities, as you might have already seen. I don't know. Maybe you think I'm an expert. That's probably not, but maybe you do. Right, okay, so I'm going to get on with this. We'll get these stairs and blocks placed, and you can have a look at it when it's finished. Okay, well, I think that's all we've got time for today, guys. I've finished the outside of the building. I've just added a little bit of detail. I've added some shutters to the windows and a little skylight there in the attic area. I've also overhung some cobblestone slabs along the top and along the points of the gable ends, at the apex, if you like, which just adds a little bit of detail and a little bit of depth, so it doesn't look quite so flat and boring. I've still got some work to do on the inside. I'll do that off camera and have that ready for you when you join me next time. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it more than you could ever imagine. If you've liked the episode, please press the like button, and if you've really liked it, consider subscribing, because it helps the channel out loads and it'll make sure that I can carry on with these videos for you in the future. And don't forget to press the bell so that you don't miss any of my future episodes. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.